kind of nervous doing this video. But yeah, man, y'all see a Supergirl movie plot. So funny thing, right? Little story time. Little story time before I get into my idea of a plot for a movie that I was gonna write. I went to go see the Superman movie, James Gunn's Superman movie, with my brother and this girl I was with at the time. And I remember telling them at the end, at the end, Supergirl shows up, and the girl I was with was not rocking with how Supergirl looked, but I thought that idea had potential. She was like, drunk, disabled, or disheveled. Uh, I was like, that has potential, and I think it was based off a comic too. I can't remember the comic off the top, but I was like, man, I think I could. I think I want to write a movie for that randomly, right? So fast forward to now, I get a Supergirl trailer, and I was like, oh damn, I never ended up doing that because there's a lot of things I do on this channel, or there's a lot of things I write, and I never end up doing anything with, and this just happens to be one of them. But anyway, I'm decided to take it upon myself to make this a goal, which is actually a crazy goal in my head. I'm gonna somehow make, I'm gonna somehow write a Supergirl movie in 20 days because it comes out in what, the 23rd, 26th, something like that. So I'm gonna try to write a Supergirl movie in that amount of time, in 20 days, 20 plus days. We'll see how that goes. But I decided to show you guys the plot. I didn't know if I was going to make this a video, but I decided to do it. So the goal that I would want for a Supergirl movie, based off of me seeing her like that at the James Gunn, was like, I want this Supergirl story to be a take on a female protagonist who's damaged and depressed from having her homeworld destroyed, but in the end, she still becomes a hero by the end of the story. Because well, I put it here. Unlike her cousin, Kal-El, Superman, who was a baby when his planet was destroyed, Kara Zor-El was like 16 years old. She was a teenager when the planet Krypton was destroyed. Well, it depends on, in the comic. Sometimes she's 16, sometimes she's 13, maybe even time she's 18. I don't know which one James Gunn is going with. But regardless of that, she was, she had memories. She had people that she knew. She wasn't a baby like Clark. So it would have traumatized her way more that her planet got destroyed with everybody on it, than it would Clark. When her planet Krypton was destroyed, and because of that, she had friends, family, and maybe even a boy that she liked. But now they were all gone, but her memories weren't. And now she was a space drifter who had nothing left but her dog Crypto and her cousin Clark. And because of this, Kara leaves the Earth to go to solar systems with red suns, where she loses her powers so she can drunk and party, hoping to forget her own grief. Right? I even put it right here. The story will loosely take place in James Gunn's Superman universe, the potential villain for this movie. And I had this part of the script already written a long time ago when we went to go watch the movie, so however long that was ago to now. And also, I want you guys to put in the comment sections anything that you would how you would do a script, how you would do a storyline for this. What would you want to see in a Supergirl movie? What would you want her character to be like? What would you want her character arc to be like? I'm just interested. I've never really done this before, so I'm cool on. I want to know like what you guys think. Anyway, now what to expect from this project is this, right? I'll try to have actual voices for the characters. I'll try to add some music and some sound effects for certain parts of the movie. And I'll have pictures for visual effects, of course, like usual pictures we have. And I'm going to try to have voices and sound effects. Like, once again, I have 20 days to do this. I'm kind of making this a challenge upon myself. What to not expect from this project, I don't think I'm going to animate the photos. Because from what I've seen on these YouTube streets, the animated what-ifs and fan-mades, usually they get copy striked and taken down and or demonetized. And your boy is trying to get some of that cash. You know what I'm saying? Just in case this movie blow up that I make, I'm hoping to get paid off that, And I know when you get the animating people, and that's when, for whatever reason, the studios, they crack down on your ass. But we just do what I've been doing with the pictures, and I narrate. They don't do anything. Hopefully they won't do anything when I add some voices too. I don't know. We'll see. All right. Now, I'm going to explain who I think would be good villains for this scenario for my storyline. I've gotten it down to 2 candidates, but if y'all have other suggestions, put them down in the comments. The first option is Brainiac, and the second option is Hale. I believe it's how you pronounce it, Hale or Hale. Anyway, I'll explain to those for anyone who might not know who one of these is. Most of you probably know Brainiac, but just in case you don't, Brainiac is one of Superman's most iconic and dangerous comic book villains. He's hyper intelligent alien cyborg or artificial intelligence who's obsessed with traveling the universe, shrinking and bottling cities from various worlds and destroying the source planets so he can be the sole possessor of all knowledge, right? And this is going to be the design. Oh yeah, I should have mentioned it before, but this is going to be the design of the characters that I'm going to go for this movie. So they're all going to look like, have this type of design, right? So in this plot, the version of Brainiac, and I based this Brainiac off of the DC Justice League one, you know. See, I based it off of that, you know. So I got inspired by that. I think it looks pretty clean. But anyway, so Brainiac desires to collect planets, and Supergirl, reluctant at first, finally decides to intervene to make sure people don't have to lose their homes like she did. And if I go this route, then her plot would take place off Earth and make it solely about her for the most part. Right? It'll be solely about her for the most part. But, you know, I'm going to be honest, I kind of like option 2. Kind of. I mean, I can make something work with this for sure. But I like option 2 for the other villain, all right, which is Hell. Now, for those that don't know who Hell is, he's probably more obscure than Brainiac, I'd imagine. Hell on Earth is a 2013 DC Comics crossover event from the New 52 era, featuring Superman, Superboy, Supergirl, fighting a powerful Kryptonian named Hell, who seeks to resurrect Krypton by destroying the Earth. Alright? And this dude is like super overpowered, man. Super overpowered. Kryptonian immense powers. Where is it at? I remember he could do like telepathy. He could do a lot of crazy stuff. You know, you guys can look that up on your own, because I don't want to nerd out about him and his powers and all that. But anyway, so with this storyline, remember I mentioned earlier before that there was a boy that she knew. There would be a boy that she knew that she liked that was destroyed on Krypton, right? Well, in this storyline, if I go with this route, which I probably will, if I'm being honest, but I don't know yet. You let me know in the comments. Hell comes to Earth to try to terraform Earth into Krypton and alter the humans' DNA forcibly to be more Kryptonian, which would kill most of them, in hopes of bringing back the Kryptonian race. And maybe for a twist, I'll have Hell be a clone of the boy she liked, or have him actually be her boyfriend from back then. Haven't decided yet either way. If I take this route, Supergirl would be reluctant to fight Hell. But also, thing is, if I go this route, Hell's so overpowered unless I nerf him, which I don't really want to do. So if I go this route, then she's going to have help from Mr. Terrific and also Superman, because Hell is overpowered as hell. If I take this route, Hell is so overpowered, I'd have Mr. Terrific and Superman help take this guy down in this movie. And if I go this route, I actually have a cool idea on how to stop him. But I'm not gonna spoil that. I'm not gonna spoil too much. You know, I should have put the members on here. Shout out the members. I'll put them in the comment section. So yeah, shout out the members. Yeah, man. Did y'all hear any of that? Yeah, I decided to edit in my my member shout outs. Here we go. I'll talk for a couple more seconds. But yeah, man, shout out to the members, man. Jason57835, John Lane 2016, OED134, and Quad A Moke. And I actually have a new member. I gotta upgrade this thing, man. I'll probably put in the comment section too if you guys want to be a member to help me make this thing a reality. I think I'm gonna get it done regardless, because once I set my mind to do something like this, I'm gonna do it. I don't know if I'm gonna upload the movie on this channel or make a new channel, because I think I'm gonna, because I'm pretty sure what y'all have noticed, the thing that I'm best at is actually my scripts, my long-winded content. Like I write like books, kind of like my Goku and DC things are like, you know, 60,000 words for one season, 70,000 words, 80,000 words, 90,000 words. You know, that's like book level. So I think I can make a pretty lengthy thing. You know, I don't know anything about directing, but I'm pretty sure I can write a good script. I'm pretty sure I can make a good storyline. But you know, this will be my first time doing anything like this. And I hope you guys enjoy it. But I'll see you on the next one, man. Peace. Go.